Okay, good evening.
Good
So
evening.
first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share. Um, so I'm from the financial industry, and as you well know, I help with people, providing them with proper protection, life insurance, basically life insurance solutions. So before and even nowadays, when people hear about life insurance, they somehow get scared. They don't want to talk about life. But truly, life insurance is very, very important, because what that means is if something happens to the breadwinner or the policy holder, it replaces the income. So that's how important that is, right?
Yes.
But because of the changes in evolution of insurance, nowadays it just don't provide a person with a an income replacement, but as you can see here in the middle, it also provides for a protection in case that person will become sick, right? So it's
Yes.
very, very important. Yes, and the third one, as you can see on the right, it says, if you live too long, it could provide you with a stream of income, you know, um, um, like a retirement income, okay, in case you live too long. So now life insurance these days could give you many benefits, right? So now what does that mean is that it's giving you the peace of mind. So if somebody gets a life insurance of this kind and that person die too soon, it replaces the income. If that person gets sick, it again replaces the income, and it provides for money for treatment for that person. Okay,
Okay.
and in case that person live too long, which is actually number one concern of people right now, is living too long without adequate income. No more, most of the companies don't offer pensions anymore, right? So it's a struggle for people. So that's why it's very important that we work towards building our own retirement, and this is one best way to to fund self fund our retirement, so that you don't have to worry about outliving your income in the future. Okay, so very good, right?
Yes. Sounds
So it's
good.
a life insurance. Now let me go to the second page. Now this is showing you on how to determine how much protection is needed. So for example, Laura, if somebody gets 100,000 life insurance and something happens to this person, now let's assume that final expense costs a maximum of maybe $25,000. So 100,000 of protection minus the 25,000 for final expense, the family is left with 75,000. Now, what does that mean for the family? So, if the family would like this 75,000 to last for the next 10 years, that means a $788 of a monthly income. Okay, good for 10 years. That's what it means by that. Okay, now enough. That question is, it depends on the need for the family. Now, maybe if, of course, we are here in the United States and we have a lot of bills to pay,
Yes.
it may not be enough. It's very small, right? So that person can go up to 250,000. Going up to 250,000, that means a 2,365 of monthly income in the next 10 years. So a lot better, right?
Yeah.
So basically, this just gives an idea of how much that life insurance could mean to a family. Okay, so let's go to the next. Now, so being with National Life Group, National Life is based in Vermont, USA, and it was established back in 1848, which basically it already turned 170 years old. Now it's a highly excellent, rated company, so A plus rating, and more than 30 billion assets under management. And by the way, the first death claim that was paid by National Life Group happened 2 years after it opened on 1848. So that was 1850, and since then, National Life Group is great on keeping the promise of providing life insurance protection and providing them with the death claims. Okay, so that's how great National Life Group is. Okay, so here I want to talk about living benefits lineup. So what that means is that, basically this is showing us a comparison with National Life Group to all other big companies out there. Okay, so for example, Lincoln, Financial Group, Penn Mutual, Pacific Life, New York Life, all these companies are big companies, right? And including Transamerica. When a person is terminally ill, and doctor says that you have, for example, you have 18 months left to live, or maybe 10 or 12 months left in your life. So, which means if somebody has a life insurance protection with these companies, they can make a claim, okay, for terminal illness. In the case of National Life, as you can see, it says 24. So, meaning if a person has only 24 months left and has terminal illness, so if this person files a claim, then National Life would advance the death benefit. Basically, about 90% of the death benefit will be advanced. Okay, so and the rest of the companies, most of the companies actually, it takes only 12 months. So basically, if a person has 24 months left and he files a claim, and the company is, let's say, Transamerica, Transamerica will not provide that person the claim. He must be at least on the 12-month period of being terminally ill. 12, I mean, remaining, has only 12 months remaining on his life for Transamerica to be able to provide a claim. Okay, is that clear, Laura?
Yes, clear.
That's what it means. So, yes, so which National Life is on the advantage when it comes to that. Now, chronic illness.
Mhm.
Chronic illness benefit. Now, what's the trigger? When it says chronic, that means that if a person is chronically ill, according to the doctor, that person can file a claim,
Um,
and he will
can I
provide.
interrupt, Harney? Can I interrupt you?
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
let's go back to the terminal illness. Is bottom there is maximum acceleration? What is that?
Um, maximum, which means that if you file a claim, they could accelerate the whole 100%. Which means if 100% of the death benefit, it could be up to 100% of the death benefit. But in the illustrations, it's showing about 90%. They could advance it right away. The whole,
Okay.
the yes, the whole thing.
Is that
Now it's
without penalty? Or there is a penalty
without. So which means,
without penalty?
yeah.
Okay.
So terminal illness, Lord, it could happen maybe just in the first year. And if somebody has 100,000, and then that first year that person got sick and is terminally ill, so which means he
Mhm.
can file a claim. He's covered by that. All life insurance has terminal illness benefit. So which
Okay.
means they could, yeah, the how long is the wait, depending on like this, like National Life in 24-month period. If somebody has 24 months left, then they could advance it. For some companies, only 12 months, right? So they have to wait for a couple of months before they can file a claim. So that's what it means.
How about example is after a month it's happened. Is that
Yes, yes,
it can
yes.
claim
Yeah,
terminal
because terminal illness is available right away.
right away? Even on
Yes.
the example, sign up today, it happen the next week or next day. Is that covered?
That's what's my that is what that's my understanding of that one, because it is available right away. What's not
Terminal.
available right away? Chronic illness coverage. It will take 2 years before it will take effect.
Okay, the chronic
Yeah,
it takes 2 years
the chronic.
before what?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I learned from Mark. So yeah, I haven't checked on that with the National Life Group, directly,
Okay.
but that's what Mark
So
told me.
terminal
Yeah,
right away, chronic you need to wait 2 years. If
2 years.
something
Yeah, critical.
happen, okay, something happen after before 2 years, you will not cover in the chronic illness.
Yes, it will not
Okay,
provide a benefit.
will not
Yeah,
provide. Okay.
yes. So the critical illness and critical injury is also available right away.
Critical injury.
Yeah,
Okay.
illness and injury. So when it says chronic right here, when it says chronic, the green one right here. So for national life, which means that if a person is chronically ill, then they will provide the chronic illness benefit monthly, and
Mm-hmm.
then until until my understanding is until the
Terminal.
whatever the chronic illness benefit total, you know, until it would be exhausted.
Exhausted.
So yeah.
So let
So
me
when
let me
it's
clear that. Let me clear that again. Terminal illness, critical illness, critical injury is right away.
yes, the critical illness and the critical injury, they are, they take effect right away. So the moment you're approved, it's already there.
Okay, so only chronic is need 2 years. Okay.
Taking 2 years, yeah, 2 years after, then
Okay.
it will start. Yeah.
Okay.
So now,
Thank
yes, when it says permanent chronic right here, so every year, the policy holder, they would check on that person and see if it's he is still chronic, and if not, then they will stop providing the benefit. Okay,
you. Okay.
so that's what it means by permanent and
Chronic.
permanent chronic. Yes. So here in the critical illness, okay, there are 13 triggers. So what that means is that these are the number of critical illnesses that's covered by this coverage, critical illness coverage. So with National Life Group, there are 13. Some companies they don't have critical illness coverage. American National Insurance Company has 16, and in fact, this is also one of the companies we represent. And then
American
some
national.
companies, yes, American National, Anico yung tawag niyan. So yun, American National Insurance Company. And then Transamerica has 8. So basically, yung 8 sa Transamerica is actually the first 8 dito sa
30.
13 ng National Life Group.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then, yes. And then when it comes to the critical injury, National Life Group has 4, and all the rest of the companies do not cover critical injury, which is awesome, right? So
Yeah.
as you can see, yes.
Critical
Now
injury.
looking at all this, yes, yes, and I'll show you what are those injuries and illnesses in
Okay.
the next page. So typically, looking at this table right here, comparisons, National Life is really superior to everybody in general, right?
Yes.
Now here, this one right here, it's showing you the different types of critical illnesses that's covered, and also the 4 injuries. So these are these things. ALS. I don't know what sickness is that, but
Yeah.
a lot of them are really very familiar. Blindness, cancer,
Yeah.
heart attack, heart valve replacement, major organ transplant, stroke, sudden cardiac arrest. And we always hear from people, even our friends, friends of friends, who are very young, 30s, 40s, and some of them, they suffer from all this, from some of these different critical illnesses. So it will happen. It could happen to anybody, right?
Yeah. That's right.
It doesn't matter if the person is young and very active and um, very healthy, as we think, as we thought, right? So what's important is we have the coverage. Now, as you can see, critical injury also includes coma, paralysis, severe burns, and traumatic brain injury. So these are the different triggers. So if somebody got into whatever accident like that and become paralyzed, then that person is covered. Okay. So yes, I'll show you. Later on, I'll run an illustration. And I'll show you the benefits. Okay,
Okay.
and how much the benefit depending on how much insurance a person gets. Okay,
Okay.
so now looking at chronic illness, what qualifies? A doctor has certified within the past 12 months that you are unable to perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, right? So
Mm-hmm.
basically, remember long-term care? It's basically
Yes.
the same as long-term care, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The big difference here, as I have observed, is that the benefit with this, because this is free. There's no cost to have
Yeah.
it.
It's
Benefit a
included
lot
with
less,
it.
a lot less, right? as
Yeah.
compared to the rider, which is the long-term care. But the question is, Mark, when he presented to me this, he asked me, I have two questions, and don't answer until I've finished asking you those two. Okay, so for the first question was, um, how many do you think in every 10 people would be in a long-term care, okay, in the future? Versus the second question is, how many would you think in every 10 people would suffer from critical illness, if not soon, later? So did you realize, Lord, na mas marami yata ang maging critical illness, and in fact, you know, sabi ni,
Yes.
kasi nasa medical industry siya, sabi niya, in fact, karamihan ng tao dadaan talaga ng critical illness bago pa maging in long-term care,
Yep.
which is true,
Yes.
right?
That's true.
Yes, which is true. That's why, critical illness benefit is very, very important. Kasi,
Yeah.
that plan we had before, the one with the long-term care, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't cover any chronic illness, critical injury, like those things. If you happen to have that, then you'll not get anything. All you can access is your cash value if you have. If you don't have,
You
then
don't have
nothing you
nothing.
can access, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then, it's hard. Life is hard, especially if a person gets sick, especially if life-threatening, automatically that person will stop working. And what happens is that lose that income right away without replacement, right? And needs
That's
medical
correct.
treatment. So it's very hard. So that's why this is very, very important. Now, okay, terminal illness, what qualifies? Okay. Oh, there you go. Generally, if you have been diagnosed with a terminal illness that will result in death within 24 months of certification of the illness by a physician, okay, receiving your benefit, the benefit payment will be a lump sum. There is no waiting period or annual benefit limit, but
Hmm.
a lifetime limit on the amount of benefits you can receive across all accelerated benefit
That
riders.
sounds great.
Yeah, very good. So, all right. So these are the three: terminal illness, chronic illness, critical illness, and actually there's that four: critical injury. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, let me show you this. Now these are you know these are examples of people having to go through this, but they have they have the policy, so they were paid. So this person right here, he is actually also with an PFA, and he was suffering
Yeah.
from glaucoma, right? So with his plan, he was paid a lump sum of 548,000 only after a week after claiming. Okay, after filing a claim, he was paid within a week. Isn't it awesome?
Awesome.
Yeah, that's how fast National Life pays for the benefits. Now okay, this person had kidney cancer. Okay, he was paid 288,000 lump sum, and guess what? After 3 years of becoming cancer free, he now has a new policy. This time for a 1 million. So
Hmm.
most of the companies, it will take at least 8 years before they could consider a person for a new policy. But in this case right here, only 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. And this one right here is showing a kid, right? And kids can be sick too, Lord. And it's very
Yes, of
important that
course.
we have the right coverage. Our plan before, we open plans for our kids, but they don't cover any living benefit except for the terminal illness, right? Um,
Yes.
yeah, Transamerica don't even allow um, us to add, long-term care. And even now that they have the critical and chronic illness, they won't allow um, those coverages to be added on kids below 18. Okay, so only 18 and above. But with the National Life Group coverage law, including, so I mentioned to you that with National Life, if you open an account for your kids, for any kid, they can open an account, and once they're approved, all those living benefits that I just mentioned, they're already included in the plan.
Okay. So it's
Yes,
not a
remember
rider.
that. Yes.
Even the kid is
Yeah,
already
rider.
there.
Yes. It's already there. And even their term insurance, they all has the living benefit rider, including the critical
Oh,
injury. Isn't
oh,
it
yeah.
awesome, right? Yeah. So here is, a kid. Once a kid gets sick, one of the parents most of the time will stop working right
Yes,
away to take care
yes.
of the kid, right? And what happens is that the parent lose their income. But if you have the right policy with your kid has the right policy, then it pays for that coverage, and it just replaces the mom's or the
Oh,
dad's
is
income,
that will
right?
replace that income? How does that work?
Of course, right? Because it pays for the policy a lump sum
Oh,
if
okay.
for a critical illness or
Fulfill.
critical injury, right? And I'll show you later. So it's basically it means replacing that income, because a mom or a dad has to stop working, lose that income, but because of that policy, it somehow would replace that income that's gone.
Yes,
That's
that's correct.
right. Yeah, and that's very important. So that's why our plan with National Life Group is really a great plan. So it provides for like an all-around protection for the person and the family. So giving that person and the family the peace of mind, knowing that they have the right protection, right? So um, what else? Okay. So isn't it
Yes, it's
a great
awesome.
plan, Lord? Something that you can actually share to your family and friends and whoever you met. Somehow when you talk about provide proper protection for the family, and it's very very important. I've talked to somebody who doesn't have any knowledge about life insurance,
Mm.
before, but when I presented this to them, they
Yes.
were very thankful. And in fact, the first message I got, the following morning, is that he said, thank you very much, my friend, for a great presentation for our new life. So that's how
Yeah.
awesome that is, right?
New life.
Yeah.
Great.
So now that is great. Now I'll show you. I'll run an illustration so that I could show you the benefits and the numbers. So
Okay.
for here, you can see. Can you see this
Yes.
rate class? Okay. So for the living life, national life products, anything below
Mm-hmm.
250,001, the rate class is at as at verified standard than to tobacco by default. Okay, so which means we cannot choose a preferred or elite if it's below 250,001.
Okay.
Okay, but it's still good because I've run illustrations and comparing it to like an elite in the other company, and it's a Transamerica and this, and even with yung kanilang illustrated rate na mataas 7.75, yung cash value accumulation dito di hamak mas malayo ang diferensya, mas mataas to kahit mababa yung kanyang because of the charges, mahal ang
Oh.
Transamerica. Okay, so now let me show you. So dito Laura, it has
Yes.
can you see this
Yes.
gap protector? So basically, I think I've mentioned to you this one, but basically, a gap protector is when a client wants an increase of his face
Mm-hmm.
amount every year, so that it actually is designed so that that person doesn't have to get another
Policy.
another policy
Uh,
in the future, right? And it's a lot less expense wise as comparing to when that person, same person, would get open another policy in the future after like 15 or 20 years. So it's very expensive by then. Now here is that person can choose to increase that up to 15% every year. So which means if he chooses 10%, so that 200 will become 220,000 the following year, and then another 20,000 the following year, another 20,000 the following year. So that's how it works. Okay, but the cost also would increase
okay.
because of that.
Mimi,
Okay,
can, can,
but
can
it's
can I ask for something? Okay. If
okay.
he chose 10%, if I, example, I chose 10%, uh, is that there is additional fee right away or after a year?
The next year
The,
there will be the
after a
next year.
year will okay,
After a year, when
and
that
this
increase
happens.
happens.
That's it. every year will increase 10%. The
Yes, yes,
policy
every year.
policy.
Oh, you know what? Let's run the illustration later. Okay,
Okay,
we can see
sure.
it from the illustration. Yeah. Now let's
Okay.
put none. Okay. Okay. Now increasing. Okay. And then here is just the target
Yeah.
premium. Okay. So okay, let's run it and then quick view here. Okay. So basically for yourself for 200,000 is 194.67.
Okay.
Yeah, for 200,000. Okay. And now as you can see, at age 65, based on this, you will have accumulated 58,000 something. This is based on 6.9. I think the illustrated rate right now is 6.9, 6.9%. Okay. The average, the illustrated rate, the percentage that they're using. Okay, 6.9. Transamerica, they're using 7.75,
Mm-hmm.
higher. Okay. Now here, Lore, this is without the extra, right?
Yes.
Without overfunding. Now, yes. Remember, I mentioned to you, Lord, that if you've fund your
Mm-hmm.
policy well, you have the option to actually turn that policy into a lifetime income later. So that really depends on also on how much cash value you've accumulated, because they cannot just turn, yung not sufficient amount of money. They cannot just turn it into an income, okay, a lifetime income, because they have to have a coverage, right? And it's not free. Okay, so for example, okay, let's say for example, you could overfund this. Okay, let's just put an overfunding. Okay, you don't have to overfund it right away, but let's just put an overfunding on this. Okay, so now you can change it into specify amount, and then let's say for example that's you can double it. Okay, and let's say until now you're 43, then to 65, 43, 53, 63. That's 22 years or 23 years. One to see 1 to 22. Okay, overfunded. Okay, which means it will allow you to put money. Okay, so in the next 22 years. Okay, if you
Okay.
could do this, put in 400 every month. So that's 4,800 that you set aside every year. Okay, so that by the time you're 65, you will have about
Right.
183,000, right? And let's add 1 year. Okay, let's add 1 year. 1 to 23. Now, this time, okay, you said, you know what? I'll stop
Okay.
putting in money. But you know very well that based on the 6.9, you will have about 190,000, right? At 66, you will have 199,
Yeah.
almost 200,000, right? And you can ask yourself, what will happen if I just withdraw this money myself based on what I need, and then maybe there's a possibility that you will run out
Yes.
of money later, right? Over withdrawing. Now, to make sure that this money will last you for your lifetime, then you can turn this into a lifetime income. Now, if you take a look
Okay.
at
Hold
this,
on.
going back to
Don't
the
go there
illustration.
yet. I have a question for you. Can you please go back there? Because I can
Okay.
answer properly when somebody asks me. Okay. If in
Okay.
case
Okay.
after 23 years I turn 65, if I want to withdraw the 187, can I do that?
Yes, you can do that, but you will be taxed on the gain,
Nine.
right? Remember,
Okay.
because if you withdraw, you mean you surrender the whole thing?
No. Withdraw the accumulated value. I can,
Yes,
yes,
this is the same thing. This one, or this is just one money.
surrender
Okay, this is
value.
not a total. This is
So
just one.
if I withdraw the
Yeah,
187,961, if I
which means that
that's
means
mean
you
I surrender.
surrender.
So the
Yeah.
399 will lose.
Oh, of course, this is a
That's
death
no more
benefit,
days benefit.
right? Your plan will since you surrender.
I
So
surrender
basically, you're
closing the
closing the
account.
plan. There's
Okay.
no more life
So
insurance, right?
how many percent I can withdraw without tax and will not close the account? 90% or how
Okay,
many
so
percent?
ganito,
The maximum.
ganito yung law, okay? So really depending on, remember, if you stop putting in, remember that if you stop
Mm-hmm.
putting in premium, whatever money you have accumulated will pay for itself the
Yeah.
cost of insurance, right? So now ngayon, ang question is, if you take, big amount of money right there, make sure na yung naiwan mo will last you will last your policy for a
Okay.
lifetime. Kasi yun ang magdi-determine kung gaano na lang katagal yung kanyang buhay. Now, kung ang iniiwan mo ay konting-konti lang, na let's say in the next 5 years at 70, let's say at 70 years old, bigla na siyang mag-lapse. Now ngayon dahil nag-lapse, babalikan ka ng IRS nung growth
Mm-hmm.
nung plan mo. Anything in excess doon sa hinulog mo na principal, magbabayad ka
Yes.
ng tax noon. Kasi kinlose mo yung plan mo, naging full investment siya,
Okay.
na wala yung insurance. So that's how important that is. So ngayon ito, kung gusto mo na never kang matax at alam mo na hindi maglalaps, ito turn mo siya into lifetime income para sigurado. So ganito ang mangyari nito.
Okay.
Or, so,
Example. Okay.
oh,
Let's before we going there for lifetime income, I was wondering. Example. I see the cash value on my account, and I needed a big amount of money. And
okay.
example, I withdraw 90% of that amount, and I will continue paying the monthly. Is that possible or
That is possible, yes, because this whole money right here is accessible. This is You can access you can basically access
okay?
this
So
because this is
it's
your money,
the
right?
policyholder choice if she will is he or she will stop paying or she will continue pay monthly. Okay.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
So I don't
yeah.
have to like, oh,
So he
I'm
has,
turned
yeah,
65, I need to stop this
yes,
option.
it's an
Okay.
option.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm just showing here that the ideal most
yeah.
of the scenario, like people work until 65, but at the time they're 65 they want to retire, so they don't want to put in any premium anymore. Instead they would
You know
like to
what? You know
enjoy their
what?
income,
Is
right?
I asked that question because you don't know after 65 you wanna do some business and you want that as a capital,
Yes, yes,
And
yes. Yeah,
so
so
my question
yeah.
is, maximum you can withdraw without the IRS will after you, like 80%, 90%, 70%. How much the maximum you can withdraw? Do you have idea?
So basically in this plan you can withdraw up to
80%.
90, okay? But make sure that,
Make
yes,
sure you
because
can able to pay
even
monthly,
with
right?
withdrawing 90, we, Lord, even with withdrawing a 90% of that one, there's no guarantee that this could last a lifetime. But let's take, for example, a withdrawal of, let's say this is 200,000. Let's take a withdrawal of 180,000 at age 66. Okay, and you not putting any money, and let's take
Okay.
a look what will happen. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I'll go back here. Right, so it really depends on also on how big the protection is, because if somebody is left with 20,000 but he has a 500,000 of protection, so that which means it's more costly for that person versus you leaving at 20,000 but you're only paying for a 200,000, right? So it's different. So now here on distribution, okay, let's take a look at specify amount. Okay. Now specify amount on here 24 to basically 24. Now that amount is, you said 90%, so about
All right.
180,000, right? Okay, let's take a look at one withdrawal. Okay. And then not putting in any money at all. So that's 180,000. Okay. Okay. All right. Now this policy will last up to when you're 88 years old. Well,
Okay.
yeah, then it lapse. It will lapse on 88. Okay, based on how much money you're left with. Okay, so that's, it will survive in the next 66, 76, 86, and the next 22 years. Okay, based on the
Not bad. It's great.
6.9%.
It's great
What?
because you get able to withdraw your
Yeah,
180, then you still have
180, and
money able,
yeah, it will
yeah,
last you for the
able to
next
pay
22
for
years.
the
Yes.
monthly. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. Awesome. Yes, because remember you've withdrawn 180, and all this time from year one
Hmm.
to here, you're covered with the living benefits, all those coverages like the critical illness, chronic
Yes.
illness, right? Yes. And say for example, so that's what happens, right? So you can do that. And then if you want it last longer, maybe 90s, okay? So just reduce this amount right here. Instead of 180, just take out
Mm-hmm.
160, right? To ensure that it will last you for your until age 90s. Now, here's another scenario. Okay, instead of you doing that, if you think, okay, I want this to last me a lifetime, I want this to provide me with lifetime income,
Okay.
then you can do this. Lifetime income benefit. Okay, and how much would that be? Here, and this will provide you of an lifetime income up to age 120. Okay, so which means for sure you will not lose your life insurance, right? So
Yes.
you don't have to pay tax. Now it's 13,000. This means that this money could mean $13,000 every year for the rest of your
Ten
life. Now
thousand
imagine
every year, the rest of my life.
every
Okay.
year. Yes,
So
every year. Yes, yes.
is that
Now,
they will
yeah,
contribute every
imagine
year,
it's
or you can do it? They can contribute monthly.
I am not sure about, but the illustration
Okay.
shows annual, but maybe you can take it
Okay.
out as a monthly. Yeah. Yeah. So 13,000, 13,063 times, if you happen to live 30 years after,
That's not bad. It's
okay,
really
up to age
good.
95. Yeah. That's a total of 391,000 if you happen to live up to
Mm.
95 years old. How great is that? And all the time you still have this death
Yes.
benefit right here, right?
Yes.
On the right? Yes, while you're withdrawing, you're receiving income, you have that. At 95, and at 95, if something happened to you, your beneficiary is still left with 19,000.
Okay. So okay.
Yes, is it
So
awesome?
if I don't do the lifetime income, the benefits will get the full amount, right? Full amount of the base amount. Right now is bit lower because I get a
Yes.
lifetime income.
Yeah. Even if you don't choose this and you choose withdrawal, it will still go down because it depends on how much you withdraw. It will be deducted, so it will go down.
Okay.
It will go down no matter what, but here it's parang mas abrupt dito kasi dalawa kasi itong tinitake into consideration niya, yung amount of cash value mo plus yung insurance mong protection na meron ka. So binabalance nila yan, dalawang factor ang inano nila diyan. So yan. So for example, kung nangyari ito na meron kang 200,000, and instead of ito lang mga 200,000 yung death benefit mo, kung to start with, nag-choose ka ng 300,000, so malamang ang monthly mo na income is less. Okay?
Okay, good.
Ayos, Lord? So ngayon, Lord, babalik ako dito, Lord. Pakita ko sa iyo yung yung tanggalin ko tong
Okay.
specify amount, gawin kong target premium ulit. Okay? And then, okay, tanggalin ko rin tong income. Ayaw niyang pumayag kasi wala tong overfunding. Hindi enough yung hindi enough yung income para ila-lifetime income niya. So, ngayon, dito, okay. So, ito yung walang overfunding. O, tingnan mo to, Lord. Pakita ko sa'yo. So, kung mag-utog ka lang, and then, pagdating ng 65, hindi mo lang siya gagalawin. Gusto mo lang na masigurado. So, maraming senaryo. Yung ibang tao gusto mag-open ng plan, and then gusto nila na mag-stop sila at 65. Tapos, basta ma-make sure lang sila na meron silang coverage ng critical illness o yung different na mga coverages na hindi na sila naghuhulog. Peace of mind lang. So, hindi nila gagalawin. So, for example, sa'yo, ito, hindi mo siya gagalawin. Okay? Yan. Tapos, walang overfunding. Okay? After 65, mag-last siya up to almost 90 years old, right? So, mag-lapse siya ng 90. Okay, na-lapse siya ng 90.
Oh, okay.
Pero after 65, 75, 85, mga 25 years bago siya nag-lapse. Pero covered ka the whole time. Di ba? Yung kung gusto mo nung peace of mind na meron kang coverage.
So, paano mo magagawa yan like lifetime? Like over 100? You never know. You get there 100.
Ngayon, Lord, ngayon naman, mag-overfund ka. So, let's say, okay. Mag-overfund ka. Kasi remember na ang life ng yung policy ay magdidepend sa magkanong na-accumulate mo na pera. Kasi that time, kung decide ka hindi ka na maghulog, yun lang yung nagbabayad sa sarili niya. Okay? So, itong scenario mo.
How about is, you don't have to, I'm not going to overfund, but I will continue to pay the monthly, the premium.
Oh, yeah, pwede din.
Up to 70 years. So maybe we're able to go 100, over 100, right? You never know. Maybe I'll live like 2 years.
Yeah. 200. Okay, pwede. Kasi, okay. Pwede. Okay, well, dito, hindi ka nag-overfund din mo. Kung hindi ka nag-overfund actually dito, mag-lapse pa rin siya kahit tuloy-tuloy ka naghulog. Kasi pag later on, matanda ka na, tataas yung cost of insurance. So, ang power talaga, Lord, kahit makunting overfunding lang, mas very powerful ang kunting overfunding kaysa compared to tuloy-tuloy kang magbayad later on. Kasi, alam mo, ang overfunding kasi, meron time kasi siya para mag-grow. Kasi in-overfund mo siya, front load mo siya versus later on, natataas din yung cost of insurance, tuloy-tuloy ka nga magbayad. Kaso, hindi ka naman nag-overfund in the earlier na stage. Kaya mag-lapse din siya. Pero tingnan mo.
Ang overfund, you don't have to overfund every month, right? Like 8 times.
No, you don't have. Pwede kang pwede mo siyang bago-baguhin every month. So, halimbawa ito lang, example lang, specify ko yung amount instead of 190 something man to. Gagawin ko siya, let's say 275. Okay? Hanggang age 65. Now ngayon, may overfund na konti, mga 75,000. Okay, ano to? Anong nangyari?
Amount.
Up.
23.
Oh no, this 1. Okay. 1 to 23. Okay? So, tingnan mo. In-overfund mo siya, di ba? Ng 75. O nag-stop ka at 65. O ngayon, naabot siya ng age 103. 102. O, di ba? So, ganun ang power ng So, kunti lang yung dagdag mo versus yung magbayad ka ng 200.
I want to see on the bottom how much the face amount ng beneficiary. Umabot ng 463.
Aabot siya ng 473. 475 ang pinakataas.
475. O kailangan ko nang mamatay ng 89 para malaki makuha nila.
Actually, ganito din yun. Pwede mo din actually na at that 65, I think pwede mong itawag sa kanila, sabihin mo, i-turn mo na into level yung death
So what
benefit.
does that mean, level?
Mag-stop na siya at dito sa 309,000. Palagi na lang siyang 309. Mas mag-accumulate naman yung
So
pera mo.
the value ng accumulation tataas.
Mas tataas, mas mabilis ang accumulation. Kasi that time, mas gustuhin mo yung mas
Accumulation.
gustuhin mo yung cash
So
accumulation that time.
I can call them, then tell them how.
I-change mo instead of increasing, gawin mong level.
Increasing level. Okay.
Gawin mong level, Yun ang dating alam ko dun sa dating company Transamerica. So I think it's also true with this. Kasi IUL lang ito,
Maybe
pares
we
lang
can
ito ng
verify that.
Well, in fact, pag tingnan natin kung may option ba dito sa kung sa illustration minsan kasi merong
May choices.
increasing. Ayan change year. Meron
Mhm.
increasing, di ba? And then change year. So i-change year mo, i-change mo ng year doon sa edad na 66 years old. So change year 23. Okay? So tingnan
Put
natin.
mo sa level. Oh.
Yun. Kita mo? Change year ko sa 23. Year 23. So, inakita mo nag-change into
Okay.
level na siya ngayon. 300, 300, 300. Na ngayon, mas mabilis na mag-grow yung cash value.
That's correct.
So, pwede talaga. Yeah,
So,
pwede talaga siya.
We can
So,
do
yun.
that right away. When you sign up.
Hindi lang. Wala ito sa wala ito sa application. Ito ay nangyayari lang talaga to pag tumawag yung client,
Okay.
sabihan niya sa insurance, gawin mo ng level yung ko. Stop mo na yung increasing level na lang. Hindi ko na
We
kailangan ng
need to
more
verify
insurance.
that if that option for us na we can do that.
Option ito, Lord. Option talaga to.
Okay,
Nandito sa
so-
illustration option talaga to. Yeah. Wala lang ito sa upfront yung pag mag-apply ng application. Wala pa ito. Later on na lang to pag
Okay.
mag-decide yung client.
That's good.
So, yun.
Good. Ayos.
Ayos? Okay. Now, balik ako dun sa pakita ko sa'yo yung report. Balik ako dun sa target premium lang. Okay. And then, quick view. And then, pakita ko sa'yo yung report. So, dito sa report, nandito sinasabi yung benefits. Okay, so, ang sinushow dito is what the benefits would be after 2 years. Okay? Bakit 2 years? Sabi nga ni Mark, kaya 2 years yan kasi yung kanyang critical illness benefit mag-kick in lang after 2 years. So, para isahang pakita na lang ng numbers, ito na yon after 2 years. So, di 43 years old. Summary of values at age 45. So, basically, itong values na to is what is it after 2 years, right?
Okay.
Now, dito sa living benefits options, kita mo dito at age 45, kung, just in case terminal illness mangyari,
Lump sum.
172,730 lump sum. Okay? That's only 2 years after.
1,200 per month. Critical illness benefit was
Mhm.
lump sum.
Tapos, critical illness, 160. So, who knows? Hindi
Never
natin
know.
malalaman. Hindi natin but yes, 160,000 is, that's money, big enough.
There is a questions there. So if in case something happened, let's say terminal illness is hit me after 2 years, they will give me a lump sum 172,730. If after they give it to me, what happened to the face amount? Is still
Wala na, Lord. Yun na yung bayad sa'yo. In advance na.
So wala nang.
Yes. Wala na.
Okay. So less than to the face amount.
Less. Yeah. Pero remember, you
for
only
2
paid
years.
for 2 years.
Okay.
Yun yung coverage niya. Wala namang extra bayad yan but you have it.
Okay. So if in
Right.
case, okay, then 160 is not that bad if after 2 years something happened. So
Not bad talaga. Kasi kung sa Transamerica pa yan na may long-term care, wala talagang ganyan. So ito, Lord, ito is, nagsushow itong mga values na to kung, let's say, life-threatening yung circumstance. Okay, life-threatening. Bakit sinabi ko niyan? Kasi pag tingnan natin dito sa detalye, may iba-ibang parang tier tier yan. So, depende sa klase ng sakit, kung gaano ba kalala or light lang. Di ba? Pwede siyang mag-file ng claim. Okay? So, halimbawa, at age 50, itong taong to, medyo category 3 lang siya, severe. Hindi pa life-threatening. Pwede siyang mag-claim. Sabihin niya, okay, i-claim ko na. Okay? Age 50, that is only like 7 years after. But remember, if that person needs the money, tapos sabihin na, okay, based sa sickness mo at saka yung kalagayan niya, you qualify for the category 3. Pag sinabing category 3, we will pay you 102,329. Now, it's up to you to accept that. But remember, you need the money, right? Yeah, so pag sinabi kong, okay, i-accept ko na yan, that's okay. Okay na ako yan kasi kailangan ko yan. Importante sa akin pera ngayon. Kailangan ko ng mayroon akong income. Pwede akong hindi papagaling ako, hindi ko kailangan magtrabaho. Di ba? But if it's life-threatening, ito, 165. Okay? At 60, 189. So, yan. Palaki siya. Ganon siya. So, depende kung saan kategory yung sickness niya, kung gaano kalala, dyan, papasok dyan. To determine that, syempre, ang life insurance company yung mag-determine based doon sa information na makuha nila sa sa hospital. Oo, ganun yan. So, yun. But anyway, kahit anong scenario dyan, napakaganda yan. Kasi, remember, ang liit-liit pa nang nabayad niyan ng tao, hindi pa naka-accumulate halos yan, pero meron siyang ganyan makukuha pagka remember? Diba? Sa ibang plan, walang ganun. So, kaya ganun siya kaganda.
Yes.
Diba, Lord?
Maganda.
Napakaganda talaga. So, ganun lang yung yung pag-share nito. Oo. So, aralin mo lang yung yung different, i-click ka lang ng click, maintindihan mo rin, Lord, kung anong ibig sabihin kasi makikita mo din sa dito sa result. Tapos kung hindi siya papayag, magkaroon siya ng X mark na red, mababasa mo rin kung bakit ganun, bakit ayaw. Di ba? So, maintindihan mo. Paglaruan mo lang talaga itong illustration.
So, meron tayong nandyan din yung di ba, yung term. May term din tayo dito sa illustration na to.
Oh. So, ganito, Lord, ganito. So, yung term, dalawa ang pwede mong i-ano sa term. Lahat ng term yata nila, mayroon yatang living benefits. So, new illustration, tapos piliin mo dito itong LSW level term, which is Life Insurance Company of the Southwest. Tapos meron ding National Life term. 'Di ba kasi ang National Life Group, ang composition niya is LSW at saka National Life. Yun yung National Life Group. So let's say for example, ito, National Life term, okay? Click ko tong National Life term. Na ngayon, say for example, okay, so dito, let's say, generally healthy ka, non-smoker, elite non-smoker, okay? Alright. Oh, mali. 500,000, okay? So yun, murang-mura, tingnan mo naman, sa 20. So, bali 20 ang pinakamahaba.
20. Okay. $40.
40.92. 20 years. So, yun. 40.92. Diba? Tapos, pag i-run ko yung report, okay, i-click ko yung 20, okay, run reports. Ngayon, makita mo dito na may coverage siya ng living benefits. Kita mo to? Life insurance, death protection, 500. Tingnan mo to, accelerated living benefits. Nandito lahat. Terminal illness, chronic illness, critical injury. Tapos, amounts. Ito yon. So, at age 45, okay, category 1, wala siyang bayad pag category 1, category 2, 90, okay, life-threatening, 407,000. Yeah. Isn't it awesome?
It is.
Napakaganda. Ito, illness or injury. Yan. Ito yung kung life-threatening. Yung mga tao naririnig natin na, alam mo, ang dami ko ng mga kakilala ng friends, mga friends ng friends. Marami talaga na mga bigla na lang nagka-cancer, tapos bigla na lang ang tindi ng cancer, walang kasakit-sakit, very healthy, tapos biglang nung nalaman, ano na, stage 4 na, meron. Nagka-lung cancer na walang kabisyo-bisyo, hindi na nagsisigarilyo, never nakapagsigarilyo. Alam mo kung meron silang plan
Wala
na
sana ng
ganito,
problema.
walang problema yung family na iwan.
That's right.
Diba? Oo, kita mo yan. Tapos, ang tanong, magkano lang ba? Tingnan mo naman, 500,000 para sa edad mo,
Ano,
14.
meron ba tayo dyan,
Diba?
30? 30 years?
Alin? 30? Yeah.
Anong?
So, i-close ko muna to. Dito tayo sa kwan. Balik tayo dito sa kwan. Sa LSW naman. So, ilaro mo lang silang lahat. Ito, LSW level term. Ayan, may 30. Kita mo? 30. So, ito 30. Kung LSW tayo, tingnan natin yung sa LSW.
May din yan. May living benefits din.
Female.
LSW.
Yes, parehas lang lahat sila ng living benefits. Sina life group eh. So, January, super ganda. January 28, 1975. Super ganda talaga. Ngayon, i-change ko ito elite ng tobacco. So, bali, elite. Tapos gawin ko itong 500,000 ang sinabi mo. Ayan. Magkano yung kanina, Lor? Sa 20 years kanina? 46?
40 something. Like 41.
Parang 46. Kanina, ito is 48. Itong 30 years niya, 65. Not bad. Oh, no, hold on. Ito. Tingnan mo, mas mura, 20 years dito. Kanina, 40 something. Mas mahal itong sa LSW kaysa National Life. Look, kanina 40 something, ngayon 52 ang 20 years. Pero meron siyang 30 years. Meron siyang 30 years guaranteed, 84. 30 years yan.
84.
Ito, Lord, non-guaranteed.
Okay, non-guaranteed.
Pwede non-guaranteed, Lord.
What is?
Dito ka talaga sa ano. Yeah, dito ka talaga pag mag ano ng quote, dito ka talaga sa guaranteed level, guaranteed.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so guaranteed ka talaga. Sa yung G lang.
Give me a minute.
So ganito 'yon. So pag i-pick mo to halimbawa itong tapos ang default niyan, Lord, walang blood work, okay?
Walang exam, wala lahat.
Lahat. Only when pagkatingin nila sa lahat ay i-require nila saka ka pa magpa-blood work. May underwriting guidelines din yan, Lord, pag makita mo. 18 to 60 years old, up to 1 million, by default, submit mo without blood work.
You're speaking the
18 to 60.
Okay.
Kunya, 61 to 85, up to 250,000, walang blood work.
Up to 200. So 500. So 500 meron ng blood work.
Anything above 250, mayroon ng blood work para sa edad ng 61 to 85 years old.
Below 60, wala. Okay.
Below 60, wala. Yes, 60 and below. Okay. 60 and below, wala. Okay? So, 60 and below, wala hanggang 1 million.
Okay.
Yun. Actually, pinunod ko yan sa'yo. Na pagkakaalam ko, underwriting guidelines, in-email ko sa'yo din. Makikita mo yun doon. Oo. Yun. Ito, Lorno, halimbawa, report. Halimbawa, ikaw, gusto mong kumuha ng, sabihin mo, Harney, kunin ko yung LSW 30 years. Okay, so, sa report, dito muna ako sa report. Pipick ko to dito ng LSW 30, guaranteed. Okay? Iran ko yung report. So, ngayon, pinik ko na yun. Wait. Okay. So, yan, ang report, yan, makapag-send ka ng report na ganyan, 30G. Hold on. Pag ilan ko yung report sa taas, anong nakasulat dito? 30G nga. Pag iran ko yung quick view, saglit lang ha. Tapos, pwede kung pumunta dito sa LSW 30G. Yan. Ito, Lord, di ba? Tapos sabihin mo sa akin, o sige, Harney, i-apply natin yan. So, ito yung i-open ko ngayon. Dito ko sa 30G para ito lang talaga. 30 years guaranteed. And then, dito na ako diretso. I-click itong I go up, e-app submission. So, magta-transfer na itong mga information doon. Yung mga additional details na lang.
That's
Di ba? So, yan siya. Ganyan. Ganyan siya. Oo. So, ganun din dun sa sa mga IUL, ganun din ang pag-run. Mag-run ka ng IUL, tapos ilagay mo yung pangalan niya, birth date, ganun. Tapos, after niya, sabihin niya, oy, yan, gusto ko yan, apply natin yan. O, dito agad. Green ito, pagka wala kang mali dun sa illustration mo, walang missing, green ito. Pagka may missing doon, green ito, kulay gray.
So, madali lang siya, no? Mas madali siya doon sa, sa Trans-America.
So, bali, guaranteed siya, makikita mo, in the next 30 years, yun, di ba? 30 years, hanggang edad mo 72. What happens after? Pwede ka pa rin. Pwede ka pa rin. Halimbawa, uninsurable ka na. Uninsurable ka na, pero can afford ka. Yumaman ka that time. Di ba? Tapos, may sakit ka na, mag-lapse na rin yung policy mo. Sabihin mo, sige nga, baka hindi na ako abuti ng isa pang taon. Bayaran ko nga yung 35,000 na next. Mahal na, di ba? Tapos pag nangyari naman sa'yo that time, yung family mo, 500,000 yung ganun. So, ibig sabihin, kaya nga, after ng level na term, super mahal na talaga,
Okay,
Lord.
hold on.
Mo.
Can you please tell me that again? Bakit nag-increase yung...
Diba? Oo. Ganito. Kasi ang term na binili mo is up to 30 years lang. Diba? So, okay, level ka. $84 per month. After niyan, diba, mag-expire?
There is an option. You can continue.
May option ka. Sabihin mo, okay, pero 35,000 na.
Okay. So, after
or, pwede ka pang mag-apply. Kung healthy ka, apply ka na. Apply ka ng panibago.
Gaano ba maximum na edad na makapag-apply ng term?
I think hanggang 85. Meron nga itong, alam ko yung bago sa LSW yata o National Life na hanggang 100 years old. Pwede maka-apply. Hanggang 100 years old. Bago nila yon, Lord. Bago nila yon. Pero super mahal. Pero kung healthy ang tao at can afford, kaya niyang bayaran. Sinabi ni Mark yan, pero hindi ko pa nakita. Bago yata yon.
Up to 100.
Up to 100 years old. Pero mo yan. So, di ba, maraming options dito. Tapos, pag-aralan mo na lang itong iba. Dito is...
the Trans-America, the illustration, kasi yung term at saka itong whole life is they put it together. Di ba?
Oo. Tapos, lahat pa dito, Lord, merong living benefits.
Kahit term.
Pati critical injury.
Yes.
Tapos yan, click mo yung new illustration, makita mo. Yan, meron silang fixed universal life. Ito yung sinauna na universal life. Yan, meron din silang whole life. Okay? Pag sinabi ng tao, ayaw ko na, gusto ko ng whole life mo. Di ba whole life ka? Ayan. Openan kita ng whole life. Di ba? So, yun. And then, later on, pwede kang mag-submit ng mag-submit. Ako, American National Insurance Company. Meron din silang nandun may mga living benefits din sila. Ang malaking pagkakaiba talaga sa IUL ng LSW, yung niraran natin, yung lifetime income. Yung iba walang ganun, walang lifetime income. Wala silang Wala yung iba. Ang iba withdrawal lang, mag-withdraw ka lang. Oo. So hindi siya guaranteed, hindi mo ma-guarantee na yung plan mo ay maging lifetime, maging tax-free sa'yo. Pag gusto mo ng income, ito yung maganda talaga makapagbigay sa'yo ng lifetime income na sigurado talaga hindi ka magbabayad, tapos sigurado talagang hindi ka magbabayad ng tax at sigurado hindi ka mauubusan ng income. Oo, ito yung plan
Maganda,
ko.
maganda.
So, solve niya yung tatlong problem. Oo.
So,
If you die too soon, if you
halimbawa
get
ang
sick,
tao is oh, well, anyway, the living benefits always included. Pag na-approve, meron na kagad siyang living benefits. Loaded na.
oh yes, yes, kasama na yung oo. So, ito yung pakita ko sa iyo yung ano pang pasigasig, okay?
May tatanong
Na
ako sa iyo. Alam
mangyari.
ko marami ka ng mga na-presentahan. Ako kaunti pa lang, halos wala. Meron akong nipresentahan noon, ang kanyang reason na ayaw niya. I wanna hear from you kung ano ang sagot mo. Na ang reason niya, we still need
Okay.
life insurance kasi meron na siyang life insurance sa trabaho. Anong magandang ano niyan? Sagot.
Oh my. So life insurance sa trabaho, walang kasiguraduhan yan. Term lang yan. The moment na so kailangan niya malaman, okay? Yung life insurance mo sa work, anytime mawala ka sa work,
Wala
mag-move
na
ka, wala
talaga.
na 'yon. Wala na 'yon. 'Yun ang pinakauna kasi dependent yan sa work eh. So take for example, meron take for example naalala mo si Ate Jackie, di
Mhm.
ba? Jackie Stewart. Oh, yung husband niya si Kuya Mark, naalala mo?
Oo.
Naabutan mo pa ba 'yan? Oh, 'di ba? 'Yun yung time na napresentahan ko sila, Lord. Ito 'yon
Mhm.
ang senaryo. Silang dalawa natanggal sa trabaho that time. Wala silang trabaho. So living sila sa kanilang savings noon. That time, wala na siyang life
Yeah,
insurance,
kasi
right?
natanggal siya.
Kasi natanggal. Na ngayon, tinry ko yung best ko na para kumuha sila at least
Mhm.
term insurance. Kasi hindi sila makakuha kasi wala daw silang pera talaga dahil wala nga sila parehong
Mhm.
trabaho, natanggal pareho. Guess what? A few months after, ano nangyari? Na-diagnose with cancer.
Yeah, yun lang. Kung kumuha.
So alam mo na kung anong
Mhm.
nangyari after, 'di ba? Kahit term insurance lang, pero term insurance na kinuha mo sa labas versus sa work, mas maganda pa yung kinuha mo na siguradong meron kang kinuha na let's say good in the next
Yeah.
20 or 30 years. And then may living benefits pa. Tanong mo sa kanya, paano kung mawalan ka ng trabaho? Natanggal ka, nawalan. Wala ka ng life insurance. Tapos biglang nagkasakit ka. Saan mo kukunin, pupulutin? Pag meron ka, kahit term lang, meron kang living benefit. Live long pa lang, is your income, di ba? Kaya ba? Sigurado ka ba sa income
Yeah.
mo if you live long? If you get sick, by living longer, saan mo kukunin yung pangpagamot sa'yo?
Na-realize na we don't need to deny the debt because lahat tayo pupunta doon. We never know kailan
Oh, lahat
darating.
talaga.
Maybe today, tomorrow, next week, the next month, after 2 years, 10
Mhm.
years, 20 years, we never know.
Ganun talaga. Importante
Uh,
talaga yan.
yep. Well, salamat, Harney. That's good.
Importante talaga. Pero ito gusto kong ipakita to
Okay.
sa'yo. Tingnan mo. Okay, so ito yung ito yung for the month of June ko kasi mga 10 days din ako nagbakasyon din eh.
Mhm.
Kita mo to?
Wow, 1,800.
Yan,
Wow,
almost 9,000.
9,000.
Almost 9,000 points. Yes, almost
Ano
9,000
yan?
points yan.
Yan,
So
how much
dito
is that
naman,
for the dollars?
okay, sa contract ko, kung yung total, kung 9 times 6, kano ba yung 9 times 6? Kung 9,000 yan, 9 times 6, 56, 5,600 din yan.
Mm.
Mga ganun, 5,500, di ba?
5,000.
Pag-approve lahat,
Wala
okay?
pa to,
Pag
hindi pa
ma-approve
to
lahat.
na-approve.
Yes.
Actually,
Ay, approve na itong iba. Approve na itong iba. Ito, pay date. May paid
ibig
di ako.
sabihin
Pero
ng
since hindi pa ako
QFD.
qualified field director, yun yung katumbas ng SMD.
Okay. QFD. Okay. So, mag-ano ng percentage
Tingnan
niyan?
ko. Siya, 70.
Okay.
Ako, 60.
60, 70. Okay.
Lord, ito, kita mo itong, ito yung si Lanzang pala. Asan to si Lanzang, yung batang-bata. Ito si Hermie Bacos, 1.4 million earner ito. Si Hermie Bacos. Si Hermie Bacos, ano lang, 4 years and something lang sa business.
Wow.
Okay. Meron ditong isa, si Lanzang, yung Chinese. Si Lanzang, 3 million, ano yun, earner si Lanzang. Batang-bata pa. Ito, Lord, tingnan mo yung ano ko. Tingnan mo yung ano ko, Lord. Yung, ayan, si Ajiwo pa to, dito. Lanzang siguro sunod dito. Tingnan mo yung May ko, Lord. Oh, wala akong binago sa kuan ko, Lord. Hindi ako nag-ano ng extra effort ng mas a lot less pa yung work ko kaysa WFG na ginawa ko.
Ano?
Tingnan mo. Tingnan mo tong May. Yung May ko. Ang kuan nito, ang 15,000 points nito, may split pa. So, ang nawala dito sa counting, 7,500. So, ito, kung total na naisulat ko talaga,
Ito
mga
sa May.
28,000.
Ito yung May mo.
Ha?
Oh,
Oh, sa May lang to. Tingnan mo yung total.
19,000.
Oh, ang split nito nawala mga almost kay 15 kasi 15,000 yung yung niran ko na 15,000, 'di ba? Yung sabi ko either mag 3,330 ka or mag 5,530. 5,530 yung ginawa ko para ma-change yung contract ko into 60 from 55. So, yun ang ginawa ko and then nag-CFT ako. So, ang first 15,000 ko ay split yun. Bali, 7,500 lang yung nag-count sa akin nun. So, yun, baga, lahat ng nasulat ko, ito, hindi nakasama yung 7,000 something. So, baga, kung titingnan mo ito, mga 28,000 talaga halos itong itong points na nasulat ko sa May lang.
So, okay.
Pero ang sa akin, na commissionable sa akin, ito, almost 20. So yan, alam mo, hindi nangyari sa akin sa WFG to. Sa 8 taon ko sa WFG, wala. Ito yung first month. Ito talaga yung first month ko. Pero yung first month, April 28 ako na appointed sa National Life April 28.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Ayos na yun.
Ayos nga. Kaya, alam mo, basta gawin, Lord,
Ano yun?
Sabi ko, huwag ka lang mag-hesitate, gawin mo lang talagang mag-result ka. Ako nga nung una, sabi ni Mark sa akin, bye, mag 5,530 ka, shoot for the 15,000. Kasi 15,000, ma-move up ako at least to 60% PFD, kuhan siya, provisional field director. Kasi kung mag 3,330 ako, hindi ako ma-move up. Instead, pwede lang ako mag-CFT. So sabi ko, sige, mag 15,000 points. Isip ko, sabi ko, hindi ko nga nagawa sa WFG yan Sabi ko nang gano'n, sa 8 taon ko doon. Paano ko kaya magawa yan dito? Alam mo, nung sabi ko, sige, kaya yan. Sabi ko nang gano'n. Pero isip-isip ko talaga, hindi kaya. Sabi kasi, parang ang laki. 15,000, di ba? Yun ang ni-require. 15,000. Kasi may minimum Yun yung split. Tapos alam mo, nung appointed ako nung April 28, 6 days after, out of 6 days after, Lord, tapos na yung 15,000 ko.
So,
Out of 6 days, Lord, out of 6 days ko, nung April 28, appointed ako. Out of dung first 6 days, 3 days lang akong nag-set up na appointment. Bali, 3 days lang akong lumabas para sa 3 family lang. Tapos plus yung amin na plan na split. Ayos na, sobra-sobra na sa 15,000.
Okay.
Ganun lang siya kabilis.
Sa inyo lang mag-anak. Iniisip ko ngayon sa akin yung account ko, i-move ko siya pag ready na akong ano bang gagawin ko, 5,530 or 330?
Mag 5,5 ka kasi bigyan kita ng chance na mag-restart ka sa 5,5 mo. Mag 5,5 ka kaya basta alam mo ang gagawin mo ngayon, isulat mo yung So gawin natin to sa month of July, okay? So isulat mo yung mga prospect mo na alam mo na madali mo lang ma-appoint, kuha ng appointment na makikinig. Kasi pag nakinig ang tao talaga, ang taas talaga ng possibility na magkuha talaga ng plan. Kasi ang pag-apply din dito, Lord, malaking pagkakaiba kaysa Transamerica. Dito kasi hindi naghihingi ng first premium. first month's premium. Pinaprocess nila agad yung plan. Pagka ma-approve, saka pa sila kakaltas. Tapos unang-una, ang plan, napakaganda ng feature. So all around yung protection. 'Di ba? Tatlong features 'yun. Gustong-gustuhan nila yun kasi gusto ng mga tao na alam mo yun, pag magkasakit ako, yung mababayaran ako, 'di ba? Meron akong magagamit. Tapos at the same time, oo, pag tumanda ako, kung pinaghirapan ko, nag-ipon ako ng pera diyan, pwede kong i-turn into lifetime income, sariling pensyon na hindi talaga mauubusan. Yun, gusto peace of mind yun eh. So ngayon, ang tao, pagka sinabi niya, uy, napakaganda naman, sige, magkano ba yung kung ako? Magkano ba kung sa akin? O, ganyan, iran mo. O, medyo mahal yan, babaan natin ng konti. O, ganito. O, sige, ganito. Kayang-kaya mo na to. O, kaya na yan. O, sige, apply natin. Ang first premium nito, saka pa, ipaprocess mo na to na National Life. Pag-process nito, pagka-approve, let's say, approve in 2 weeks, pagka-approve, the following day, saka pagkakaltas ng premium, covered ka na agad. Ganun lang kadali, Lord. Ganun lang. Talaga, wala silang, of course, may mga tao din na, sige, magkano yung ganito, ganyan sa amin. Tapos, sige, mag-usap muna kami. Tapos follow up mo na lang kami para kung kailan pwede mag-start. Meron din ganyan. Pero ang iba din, meron din talaga, sige, i-apply natin. Or sige, i-schedule natin ulit para i-apply. Diba? Depende sa time. Pero, marami talaga, Lord, na talaga, apply talaga agad.
Okay. So, I was wondering, maybe, pag nag-5-5-30 ba ako, how much the percentage after will be?
So kasi ngayon ang contract mo is kuan ka na eh, 45% ka.
So that will be
yes. Kahit pa 30% ka, bagong join, walang license. Basta mag 5-5 or sa case nimo 45 ka kasi fast track yun dahil yun yung level mo sa WFG, in-honor lang. Kung mag 5-5 ka, 55 pa rin. So kahit 30% ka, pag mag 5-5 ka, 55 pa rin. Maging 55%. Oo. So 55. Oo. 55 na pagaganda. So ngayon, ang first 15,000 points mo, split yun sa kuan mo, sa CFT, which is ako yung CFT mo. So either dalhin mo ako or meron kasi marunong kang mag-present. Parang 'di ba yung nangyari sa akin? Ako lang naman mag-isa dito, si Mark. Nandoon naman si Mark sa